Hi guys, Andy here. Welcome back to another Twine game. I know you're probably sick of the Twine games, but this is such an interesting series and I look forward to it every fucking time I look at the page for it. But this is called Small Town Moon. This is the third intermission for Antlers, Colorado. Usual links are in the description. I still have not started reading it. I feel so bad, but it is such a cool concept. I was so in love with it. And this time, like I said, playing Small Town Moon. And we get to choose our character, which is pretty cool. We're gonna go off with Otter. He's a really cute doctor or nurse. I'm sorry, I don't know what he is. He works in the hospital. That's what I know. So, and Walker's the guy from the last video who was supposed to be watching Austin and did not. So, 3 weeks ago, before the witches, Landis Holiday moved into your apartment. He brings his ghost with him. You don't know the ghosts are there, not for another week at least. Not until you sit down on the couch one Saturday morning to watch TV and feel the unmistakable sensation of sitting down on top of someone else's leg. A leg that quickly gets jostled out from under you. A leg that, and here you check to see if you've accidentally sat down on Austin or Landis while one of them is taking a nap, seems to be, for all intents and purposes, invisible. What the fuck, you say out loud. What's up, Austin asks you, poking his head out of your shared bedroom. You and Austin have been sharing the room since he moved in. Since before that, even. Your apartment is small and only has the one bedroom, and you were worried that things would be cramped with Landis coming to sleep on your couch. You were worried about a lot of things when Austin brought up the possibility of Landis coming to live with the two of you. Especially the part when Austin brought up the possibility of Landis. Oh, sorry, wrong part. Especially the part where Landis was a convicted serial killer that Austin somehow got out of jail. You're a little out of the loop on how it happened, something to do with the brother that Austin doesn't talk about. You don't want to ask about it, because maybe you're better off not knowing. The thing you're sitting on, whatever it is, starts to get smaller, like it's receding into the couch. What happened? Austin asks, coming out into the hallway, making a weird face. Something's wrong with the couch, you say, carefully not wanting to come off as crazy. But then again, what even passes for crazy in this house anymore? You live with a ghost detective, a former rock star who only just stopped blood sacrificing people to possess Lake, and you're pretty sure that Austin's dead dad is still kicking around the apartment now and then. I sat down, it was like us sitting on top of someone, you go on, as Austin approaches the couch from behind. But like, nobody was there. Please don't tell me our couch is with us because I can't afford to buy a new one. Austin pauses, looking intently off in a different direction once you finish speaking. He has a look on his face that means he's seeing something you can't, like he's listening to someone else. After a moment, he turns back to you, raising an eyebrow. What? You say. You never told me you could touch ghosts, he says. What? You say again, with feeling. Austin raises his other eyebrow at you. You didn't know, he asks? You shake your head. Austin looks amused. Well, that explains why you just sat down on top of Danton, at least. You feel your face get hot. You recognize the name, Danton. You're sure you've heard Austin, or maybe Landis say it before, but you can't remember the context. Who's Danton, you ask? Austin looks a little taken aback, but you can see it slowly dawn on him that you've been out of the loop. Apparently a lot farther out of the loop than you thought. One of Landis's bandmates, Austin says hastily, who he killed. There's a lot to unpack there. You let the sentence sink in for a moment as you try to word your questions as sensitively as possible. Austin obviously cares a great deal about Landis, even though the two barely know each other, and you don't want to imply anything that might offend either of them. One of Landis's bandmates, he asks cautiously, going for the more innocuous question first. As in, there are more? There's four of them, Austin says. Wes, Stanton, Jeremy, and Mal. Are they all here? Austin lets her off, frowning. Not right now. I don't know where they go during the day, but they hang around at night usually, and come and bug Landis when he's around. You swallow, tasting your next question like bile on your tongue before you let it loose. So Landis killed them. Austin shifts his weight uncomfortably, his gaze sliding from your face to the floor. You can tell it's not exactly something he wants to talk about, to you or to anyone else. You almost regret asking. You knew that Landis had killed people. Austin told you, the day he woke up in the hospital, but you didn't know then, or didn't want to understand. that the people Landis had killed were people he was close to. Maybe not all of them. We doubt he really intimately knew the girl he was arrested for all trying to abduct. But his own bandmates? Yeah, he says finally. I told you before, it's because of the thing in the lake. Landis was feeding it so it wouldn't come out here and start killing people left and right. So he fed it his own bandmates. Austin, that's fucked up. He could have just killed more. I don't know. Random people, hitchhikers, could have put a for sale sign in his yard and killed everyone who came by to look at the house. I think he did start picking up people off randomly after he. Austin pauses, his voice getting a little quieter. Killed his whole band. It's amazing. I love this story so much. Jesus, you say, suddenly pretty glad you're sitting down. Yeah, Austin says. It's pretty fucked up, you say. I know. And you're still okay with him living here. Yeah. Austin comes over to sit next to you on the couch. He looks up into your eyes very seriously, putting a hand on your thigh. I trust him. I wouldn't have offered to let him live here otherwise, but I guess it was kind of presumptuous of me to think that you would be okay with it. And I should have told you the whole story before he moved in, but I didn't know if you would believe me. You forced a smile. I just found out I can touch ghosts. I think I believe it if you told me you were a werewolf or something. Austin laughs. Well, I'm not. I know you're not. You reach out to toss his hair, but run your fingers through it instead, deciding at the last second to be nice. But I think I just accept it if you were, at this point. Nah, you don't want to date a werewolf. He takes your hand and both of his, gently removing it from his head. They got bad breath and bad tempers. You grin at him. Well, now you're going to have to work even harder to convince me that you aren't one. Damn, Austin grins back at you. So you really didn't know you could touch ghosts, huh? The abrupt change as subject catches you off guard, but Austin's right to assume you didn't know. Sure, you've always had a habit of tripping over nothing or slamming into objects that didn't seem to even be close to you upon a second glance, but you and everyone else always wrote it off as you being naturally clumsy. No, you say slowly. Uh, that was not slowly for me, sorry. I really didn't know, did you? Austin shrugs. Not really, I mean, I've seen you bump into Richard before and kind of recoil, but most people tend to have a weird reaction about brushing into ghosts. It doesn't feel great. Kind of like dipping your hand in a bucket of ice water. You curl your fingers against Austin's palm. Well, this didn't feel like that. It just felt like I was sitting on top of a normal human being. Yeah, I figured. Dan looked just as startled as you were. Oh yeah, Dan. You pick your head up and look around the room before sheepishly realizing that you wouldn't really be able to tell if he's still around. Not unless you crash into him again. Is he okay, do you think? Oh yeah, Austin reassures you, squeezing your hand in both of his. You're probably lucky that it was him you ended up sitting on. Mal might have punched you as soon as he realized you'd feel it. Oh, Jesus. I'm just imagining that. That's fucking hilarious to me. It dawns on you suddenly that you're sharing your apartment with a lot more people than you thought you were 15 minutes ago. This is going to get weird, isn't it? You ask Austin. He cocks his head curiously at you like he's not sure what you mean. What? I mean, with all the ghosts, now that I know I can touch them at all, there's what, 5 of them here, counting your dad. That means there's 8 of us all together in this apartment. And you and Landis might not mind, but for me it's probably going to get a little cramped, you know? You're right, Austin frowns a little, pressing up his lips the way he does when he's trying to puzzle out something in his head. I guess I didn't think about that, but Landis's bandmates aren't always all here at the same time. They usually only hang out in a big group at night, when you're working or asleep, and you and Richard have managed to avoid crashing into each other this far, so it shouldn't be much of a problem as you think. Really, because it seems like it's going to be a big problem. Also, do they sleep here or what? Austin shrugs. I don't actually think they sleep at all. Huh. Got no way to tell if Austin is just bullshitting you or not. But it does sort of make sense. Why should the dead have to sleep? Still, you say, I feel like I'm going to be crashing into ghosts all the time, now that there are so many of them. I can tell them to stay out of your way, Austin offers. I'm pretty sure that once they know you can actually, hurt them, they aren't really going to want to get near you. You frown at him. I'm not going to hurt them. We can still knock them over without meaning to, or step on their feet, and I don't think they'll like that. He scoots a little closer to you on the couch, leaning his head on your shoulder. Ghosts aren't used to people knowing they're there. Most of them don't really like the idea of it. Anyway, you should be glad you can only touch them and not hear them. Why? He laughs. They talk all the time while Landis and I are trying to sleep. It's annoying as hell, but we can't exactly stop it. Sometimes Richard will tell them to keep it down for me. Oh, you think about this for a moment. Are they are the ghosts mad at Landis for what he did? Killing them, I mean. Yeah, some of them. Just a few. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you killed me. I'm totally not gonna haunt you or anything or be mad. I mean, yeah. Austin puts his face against your neck, and you feel your cheeks get hot again. Mal and West mostly. I think they're all kind of dealing with it in their own way. You think about how you might feel if someone killed you, if Austin killed you. You think about how Austin or Landis might feel if you killed one of them. It's not a pleasant thought. You think about what it means to touch ghosts. Could you kill a ghost if they feel like physical beings to you? Could you wrap your hands around a ghost's throat and choke the air out of it? If ghosts don't have to sleep, do they have to breathe? It's a very interesting thought, Otter. Yeah, you say uneasily. I get it. The end. No, I will not be playing as Walker. That I'll probably play off screen, off video. But holy crap, this is so good. I love it. I love this series so much. And if you haven't noticed, if you visit my YouTube channel at this moment, if you're watching this video, when it actually goes up, I have added Antlers Colorado as its own series and it has its own little page. And I expect to be done within about 2 weeks. I'll be uploading all the toy games on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Except for Valentine's Day, I have something else planned for that day. So stay tuned, you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.